کنفرانس در واشینگتن. رژیم ایران ضربه پذیر در داخل، تروریسم در خارج. سیاست ایالات متحده و مقاومت ایران. تعهدات آمریکا در قبال مجاهدان اشرفی. 25 اوت 2012، 4 شهریور 1391. سناتور آلفونس داماتو، رئیس پیشین کمیته بانکداری سنای آمریکا، ارائه دهنده قانون معروف داماتو، تحریم رژیم.
And so it's another great privilege to introduce our next speaker, because he was also former chairman of the Senate Banking Committee. So he can speak about the many issues involved in trying to get a change in public policy. And it's my honor to present to him, to all of you right now, Senator Alfons Damato.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, I am reminded very vividly by Congressman Kennedy's remarks that my co-sponsor and champion of passing the Iranian-Libyan Sanction Act, which decades ago was none other than the great senator, his dad, Senator Ted Kennedy. And there it was. There was two senators, two different political parties, two different persuasions, one a liberal, one more conservative. We came together with a common voice, for the cause of freedom and protecting the interest of the United States of America first, to say that we were not going to allow the regimes of Libya and Iran, regimes that were dedicated to our destruction, both countries working together against the United States and its interests and its citizens, innocent civilians being killed. And that's how we came together in the passage of that legislation, which unfortunately has been emasculated by one administration after the other, whether led by Republicans or Democrats in the White House, and with the cooperation, and I might say, encouragement of the State Department, regardless of who was leading the State Department. Oh, those politicians up on the Hill and the new secretary and deputies, they really don't know. They got to listen to us. We've been captured by them and the bureaucracy of the UN, so that they decide what's good. They decide what information. They decide whether or not the American people could get the truth. Otherwise, how is it that the American people don't know that a guy who we have propped up, put in, spent our blood, our treasury, our youngsters who've given up their lives for freedom, for the safety of this country, the hundreds of billions of dollars that we have poured into Iraq, that we are supporting a corrupt, vicious dictator who is working with the Iranian mullahs to destroy this country. Incredible. Incredible. I'm almost on the verge of giving the person who I support as president an idea that's long overdue. Stand up and say, take our young men and women out of Iraq now, because this guy over there is only working to undercut the United States, not to help us and to suppress us and to support the Iranians. Now is the time to stand up. They don't have the guts in either party to acknowledge the truth. MEK has been the sworn enemy of the corrupt mullahs who are there now. Let's make them our friend. Let's bring down terrorism. Expose them. Expose the UN. Take them on where it hurts. Begin to say, build in a program of sanctions against just giving them money. If they continue to distort the truth, hide. Camp Liberty. What a deception. What a duplicitous. Let me tell you. You got to organize. You got to be out there. And while your group has done a great job in bringing the attention to, yes, congressmen and senators and important leaders, there's a public that has to be educated. How do you educate them? I'll tell you. We should be marching in front of the UN. We should be exposing the so-called Camp Liberty to what's taking place. Opponent to the United States and the government that exists in Iraq today. One that has become the tool and the captive of the Iranian mullahs. The American people have a right to know. That's our job and your job, to let them know. Yours is a tough battle, because for years no one has been able to really get a handle on the UN or the State Department. And I have to tell you, I participated in a panel, and there I learned shockingly, when the general who was in charge of that particular camp, Camp Ashraf, when it came into its early days, General David Phillips, spoke so eloquently that he was shocked and disappointed after checking all of the people who entered the camp, looking for those who would bring harm to our country, putting them through vigorous security checks, and he couldn't find one out of the approximately 3,000. Not one. And then he wondered, what were his men doing there? Why were these people there? Now we call Camp Liberty something that people think they should be proud of. We should be shocked. We should be horrified. And we can and should do everything we can to bring this to the attention of the public and rally them to our cause. The Iraqis are no friends of ours. I'd go after them. And the UN, as long as it distorts the truth, we have a duty and obligation to expose that. Thank you.